This practice is for my yoga students who love always getting a little bit of extra core in. This is going to be all core here. So come onto your back and come into dead bug pose. So knees are over the hips, shins are parallel to the floor, and arms straight up. Now you're going to push your belly down towards the floor and make contact with your low back and the floor. And then from here, you're going to reach your right arm over your head, keeping that contact. Go nice and slow, and then come back up. And then lower your left foot down to tap, and come back up. Lift your left arm up over your head, push your low back on the floor, and come back up. Lower your right toes to tap, and come back up. Now we'll put it together. Right arm, left leg, taps, and come back up. Don't let the opposite knee move forward. That's the tendency. It's going to want to draw forward. Resist it, back, and come back up. A couple more times. Right arm, left leg. Push the low back on the floor. Come back up, and switch. And come back up. Okay, now pause here. Extend your legs up. Now we'll do it with straight legs. Reach your right arm over your head and extend your left leg out so it's hovering over the floor. Keep that contact with the low back. And then come back up. And switch. Push the low back on the floor. Come back up. And again. Extend out. Come back up. And switch. And come back up. Okay, hug your knees into your chest. A little break. And then interlace your fingers behind your back. Open up your elbows. Keep your head on the ground. And have your legs straight up. Now from here, we're going to push the low back on the floor and lower the legs together as low as you can. And then come back up. 2 more times. Lower, hover, and come back up. Keep the contact, the low back on the floor as best you can for as long as you can. And then come back up. Now pause here. Now you're just going to stretch your arms by your sides and you're going to have your palms flat. And just give a little hip lift. So you're just going to lift your hips up for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And lower. Okay, now interlace your fingers behind your back again. This time lift your head and shoulders up. You can always keep your head and shoulders down for a little modification. Otherwise, keep your head and shoulders up and slowly lower your right leg down and bring it back up. And then switch. Lower the left leg down, hover over the floor, and come back up. And again, right leg hovers. Keep the head and shoulders up. Open up your elbows. Come back up. And lower. And come back up. Rest your head and shoulders down for a moment. Take a breath. And then lift your head and shoulders up again. Now this time, we're going to lower the right leg to hover and bring the right knee, right elbow over to the left knee. And then come back up so you can keep your head and shoulders lifted and switch. And come back up. And again, bring it over, try and make contact. Come back up. And switch. Come back up. 2 more times. Push the low back in the floor. Come back up. And take it across. And come back up. Hug your knees into your chest. Okay, from here, extend your legs out and reach your arms up over your head. And then pull your knees into your chest and lift your head and shoulders up. And then extend out. I think these are called suitcases. And then curl in. Extend out. And curl in. One last time. Extend out. And curl Okay, and then set your feet down. Reach your arms by your sides. Palms face down. Now lift your knees up again. Shins are parallel, and now we're going to work on the obliques, doing little supine twists. So you're going to look over your left shoulder and drop your knees to the right. And then come back up, and other side, over to the left. Come back up. Okay, now you can repeat keeping the knees bent, or extra challenge, extend the legs out. Bring them over to the right, look out over your left shoulder, come back up, and take it across. Come back up. One more time. Drop the legs to the right, come back up, and over to the left. Come back up. Good. Hug your knees into your chest. Now set your feet down, bridge pose. Lift your hips, walk up onto your shoulders, interlace your fingers. And just from here, open up through your abs a little bit. Allow them to stretch out. And then lower down, grab a hold of the backs of your thighs, and take a few rocks to come up to a seated position. And then come onto your hands and your knees. And let's walk the hands forward and come to downward facing dog. And just stretch out your legs. Nice and easy. You can pedal through your legs. Bend your right knee, drop your left heel down. And switch. And even out your legs. Okay, now from here, lift your right leg up behind you. You're going to draw your knee up towards your nose, curl in, try and dome your back up towards the ceiling, and extend your leg up and back. And then pull your knee over to the right elbow and extend your leg up and back. And then take it across, pull it to the left and extend up and back. Okay, and again, now pull your knee into your nose, swing it over to the right, swing it over to the left, back to the center, and lift your leg up and back. One more time with that. Pull it into the nose, over to the right, over to the left, back towards your nose, and extend your leg up. Now set it down and switch sides. Lift your left leg up. Draw your knee into your nose. Curl it, dome your back. Get high on those back toes. And then extend your leg up and back. Pull it over to the left elbow. See if you can make contact and extend up and back. And then take it across. Try and make contact here. And extend up and back. Okay, again, pull the knee into the nose. Now stay here. Swing it over to the left. Swing it over to the right. Swing it back to the center. And lift it up and back. One more time. Pull it into the nose. Bring it over to the left. Over to the right. Back to the center. And extend it up and back. And then set it down. Stretch back evenly. Now shift forward to plank pose. From plank pose, lift your right leg up behind you. So this time we're going to keep the hips low, the shoulders over the wrist, and pull your knee into your nose, mountain climbers. Now extend your leg back and set it down. And then switch, lift your left leg up, pull your knee into your chest, extend the leg back, keep the hips quiet, set it down. Lift the right leg up, pull it into the knee, into the chest, extend back. One more time. Left leg, pull the knee in and extend back. Lift your hips up and back for downward facing dog. Full deep breaths. Now shift forward to plank again. Vashisthasana side plank. Pour the weight into your right hand. Outer edge of your right foot. And see if you can lift your left arm up. Hold it here. Extra challenge, maybe lift the leg up. Hold it there. And then set it down. Plank pose. Other side. Left hand, outer edge of your left foot. Reach your right arm up. Keep the hips high. Ribs draw in. Lift the leg up. Set it down. And plank pose. And downward facing dog. Full deep breaths. Now shift forward to plank again. We're going to pour the weight into the left hand, lift the right hand up, and tap the left shoulder. Now set it down, and switch, and set it down. Now reach your right arm up over your head. Set it down. Lift your left arm up. Set it down. Bring your right foot out to the side. Bring it back to the center. Bring your left foot out to the side and bring it back to the center. Shift your hips up and back for downward facing dog. Full deep breaths. Now shift forward to plank, and this time come down to low plank, one form at a time. So from here, we're going to keep the elbows grounded down, the chest pointed down towards the floor, and just roll over onto the outer edge of that right foot, dropping the right hips down, and then come back up and over to the left and come back up. So working on the obliques here. Roll it over to the right, come back up, roll it over to the left, and come back up. One more time, each side. Over to the right, come back up, over to the left, and come back up. Dolphin pose. Walk your feet forward and lift your hips up and back. Stay here. Full deep breaths. Okay, now look forward, wiggle your feet back, coming back to low plank. Now from here, low side plank, pour the weight into your right elbow, right forearm, and lift your left arm up. Not so easy. And then come back, other side. Reach up. And come back down. Okay, from here, come back up to high plank. One hand at a time, hold it, and downward facing dog. Whew. Okay, full deep breaths. And from here, shift forward to plank pose. Come all the way down onto the floor. Let's do a little shoulder opener here after taking such a beating on the shoulder. So reach your right arm over your right, look to your left. Roll over and place your left foot on the floor back behind you. Relax your head down. You can root this palm down. You can reach back and interlace fingers. And just open up through the chest. Couple breaths here. And then come back to the center and let's take it over to the other side. Left arm, set the foot down, stay there, or interlace the fingers. And then come back to the center. Let's take cobra pose. This is a nice way to open up the abs. After doing a bunch of ab work, you can kind of rock from side to side. And then lower down, push up onto your hands and your knees, and come back for child's pose. Bring your forehead down. Stretch your fingertips forward. Okay, and then walk your hands back towards your knees. Now from here, sit back onto your heels. Let's take baby camel. This is also a nice way to open up the abs. Let your head fall back. And then lower down. Okay, so I just have a couple more moves for you guys, which are the most challenging. I was saving the most challenging for last. Okay, so this is kind of my version, my favorite version of bicycles. Okay, so lift your feet up, have your arms forward. Now interlace your fingers and draw your left elbow to your right knee. And then switch. And then switch again. And switch again. Okay, now we're going to slowly Lower down as we paddle, just going back and forth. And with a little momentum, you're going to try and pop back up. That's the hard part. And then slowly go back down and push back up. Take a couple here. Slowly go back down. And then push and come back up. Let's do that one more time. Pedal back and forth and pull back up. Good. Set the feet down. Bring your hands behind your back. Reverse table. Again, opening up the abs. You can let your head fall back. And then lower down. Okay, come all the way down onto your back. Hug your knees into your chest. Now you're going to extend your legs out and your arms up. And you're going to lift your head and arms up and reach for your right toes. And then lower, extend out, and then rise up, back up, and pull for the left foot. You might not be able to grab the foot. Extend out, reach up, grab for the right foot, and then extend out and reach up. And we're just reaching towards it. You don't have to grab it like I was doing. And reach up and extend out and reach up and extend out. Now reach both arms and up. Bend your knees and see if you can grab your feet and extend your legs out. Okay, like I said, these are a little extra bonus here. Much tougher than normal core work. And then set the feet down, roll onto your back, hug your knees into your chest. Reach your right arm over your right, drop your knees to the left, and just stay here. Nice supine twist. Slow your breath down, close your eyes. And then come back up, and other side. Try and get that left shoulder to ground down. And then come back. The center, hug your knees into your chest, rock from side to side. And then set your feet down, grab a hold of the backs of your thighs, and rock up to seated. Okay, so I hope you appreciate and enjoy that little bit of core workout. I know for me, doing kind of intense core amidst a regular yoga practice can really help me to continue to feel strong and toned and even better in my balancing poses when I am doing my yoga practice. So be well.